Welcome back guys to another Kengan video. Today we're talking about Zhou Yang from Kengan Ashura Kengan Omega. Talk about his history, his fighting, his role in Kengan Omega and much more. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video and let's go. So Zhou Yang, Wong Sawat. Yep, 100% correct pronunciation. Also known as the Thai God of War. Pretty badass name. He is a professional boxer and personal bodyguard of Rama the 13th during the Kengan Annihilation Tournament. He participated as the affiliated fighter for Yato Trading Co. His current age in Kengan Omega is 30, recently hit 30 over the 2-year time skip from Ashura to Omega. His Kengan wins is 1 and Kengan losses is 1. His loss came to the one and only Fifth Fang of Metsudo. Insanity, one of the greatest fights in all of Kengan Ashura. His Ashura debut is chapter 31 and Omega debut is chapter 13. Let's get into some of his history. So Zhou Yang started his career as a professional Muay Thai fighter at the age of 20 when the former king of Thailand noticed his talents, soon earning him the name the Thai God of War. After becoming the greatest Muay Thai fighter in Thailand, he one day began to question the weakness of this martial arts and what he was doing there, and largely dismissed the use of fists to attack. Because he was the king's bodyguard at the time, he would be disadvantageous for him to fight opponents if they used different kinds of combat that per se countered his Muay Thai techniques. So Zhou Yang took up boxing and trained to overcome the weaknesses he faced from his other martial arts. After doing so, he became the heavyweight champion of all 4 major boxing organizations in just 4 years. At the age of 15, Zhou Yang joined the annual cross-border match between Myanmar and Thailand. There he encountered Saw Pang for the first time and defeated him by judges' decision in their fight. Since then, Saw Pang proceeded to constantly challenge him to a rematch, even though Zhou Yang pretty much didn't really like him at first, but got to know him a bit more. But out of all their fights, Zhou Yang was able to win every single one of them. At some point when he was escorting Rama the 13th, Zhou Yang easily took out a Metsudo bodyguard in a one-on-one battle. And then here we are reaching Kengan Omega. We don't know much about his past, except for that he's pretty much top of the world in 2 martial arts or 2 fighting sports, Muay Thai and boxing pretty much. Absolute gun, insanity, sickest lad out. In Kengan Ashura, as I said, his fights were pretty great. His first fight was quite easy, I have to say. Canada wasn't the strongest fighter in all of the Annihilation Tournament. He would have lost against probably most people in the fighting. He's the weakest physical fighter in the whole tournament. He took out him quite easily, and then his fight against Kano Agito was one of the greatest fights in all of the thing. He put Kano on the ropes for most of the fight, but eventually was taken out by Kano's evolution, how much insanity goes into that. But it is noted that Kano tried besting Zhou Yang in the form of boxing, which he inevitably failed. But as a whole, the fight was one of the greatest and everything. In Kengan Omega, Zhou Yang's already confirmed to be fighting for the Kengan side against the Kengan and Purgatory tournament that's happening. Him and Wakasuke, one of the first 2 people to be selected on the Kengan side in the upcoming showdown with Purgatory, as they're 2 top fighters and they love to fight and they're all about fighting, and can't wait to see Zhou Yang. He's personal, one of my, I have to say, top 3 characters in all of Ashura, all of Omega, even though we haven't seen him much in Omega, but I'll say Ashura. Top 3 characters, this very cool. A lot of the fandom love him as a character. I'm one of them. That just everything about him is just great. Just cool, absolutely badass. His fights are long, great, thrilling to watch. I can't wait to see the Fang fight in the anime, see what they do with that. Just everything about it was just top tier greatness. As I mentioned earlier, for his power and abilities, he is a top-notch boxer, top-notch Muay Thai fighter, and everything around those. His physical abilities are top-notch, being able to throw heavy punches from any position, even unstable ones. His punches are extremely strong, being able to knock out the majority of opponents quite easily. And he also has the capacity and capability of predicting opponents' movements in the form of foresight, working with his boxing style. When fighting normally, he uses his boxing ability with a hitman style flicker stance. That's what his stance usually is called. But he can switch stuff when need be, as shown when he fought Kano. And then when need to, he can combine his boxing techniques with his Muay Thai techniques, having trained in Muay Thai for over 20 years and mastered boxing soon after. He is mainly a striking specialist. He's not very good at grappling, but his feet movement is top notch as well. Probably one of the best feet movement in all of the things, which prevents people from maybe taking him to the ground, allows him to stay standing up, dodge attack, and then quickly go in for his quick, powerful strikes to break his opponent's defense and do critical damage. For his named attacks, he doesn't have very many. He has one of note known as Flash. It's his signature boxing move. While being weighed down by his heavy gloves when boxing, he's able to fire off 13 jabs in a single breath, with the number of blows he can let off increasing to the 15 when barehanded. Because of the speed of his strike, he is extremely hard to dodge or counter, even for professional boxing champions, for people who can't predict his attacks. So he, as a no, that's his only named attack we see. Flash comes in 13 quick punches or 15, bang, 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 just absolutely bodies people quite easily with that. I wish we got more named attacks from him, maybe some named attacks for his multi-technique, that would be cool to see. It's also good to mention that he's extremely good at countering in a defensive way, such as if someone would go in for an attack and he could maybe parry it or dodge it and then go straight in for the chance to counter and do critical damage, such as what he did against Canada during that battle. He was going for that pretty much grab to maybe even checkmate the fight, and then he was able to dodge it and do that direct punch which finished the fight, as we saw in the thumbnail here, which is absolutely insanity. For his fight against Purgatory, I think he's going to win his fight. He's going to go up to, he's going to be the very few, because recently in these videos I've been saying they may not win, such as the Fang. I don't think he'll win his fight against Double Fang, but I think Zhou Lang will win his fight. I think he got kind of robbed in the Kang Annihilation tournament. I think we should have seen more of him, because he got taken out quite early against the Fang, even though that was one of the greatest fights and he did some real damage on the Fang. I wish he got to fight other people. And as I mentioned on my Discord, if you haven't joined the Discord, make sure to do that. Link will be in the description, or if the link isn't working, just let me know in the comments and I'll send another link. I'm going to be doing some like what if battles for Kangen characters, so if you want to join the Discord, or just leave it in the comments some what if battles you'd like to see me do. So major ones would be maybe Zhou Lang versus like Wakasuki, or Zhou Lang versus another character, because a lot of characters got taken out quite early, such as Rain. He got taken out quite early as well, and I'd love to have your input on what if battles and what you want me to cover. And that's pretty much it for my Zhou Lang video. As I say, one of my favorite characters. I wish you got more about him. He's, as we said, the bodyguard for the 13th Rama, and he's pretty much the Rama guy, is the political and economic ruler of the Kingdom of Thailand, who discovered Zhou Lang and is his now bodyguard. The king is only age 20, so he's quite young, and pretty much Zhou Lang is his supreme bodyguard, very loyal bodyguard. Zhou Lang, absolute Chad lad. And that's pretty much it for my video today. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe, and that's it guys. Peace.